Welcome to today's video, you guys. Today we are taking a look at Chantecaille's newest eyeshadow quad, and that is this. It's Cougar, and it looks like this. I'm very excited about this, you guys, and I want to compare it to last year's Giraffe, which I loved. Right here, when Giraffe came out, see how nice little flashing there. I wore this all the time. And here is a comparison of these two. We're going to be doing swatches. And yeah, my camera gets flashed like that and it closes everything down. This palette from last year, I wore all the time. It stayed right here. And not a lot of palettes do that. When I first buy something, I try to keep it out so I can get use of it. But this I kept out much longer than that initial period of time, because if I didn't know what to do, if I was being lazy, if I didn't want to spend 10 minutes on my eyes, I would just take this brown color, vlop, or I would do this color. So one and done. So this color and this color were magic to me. You can get something more dramatic for evening and everyday out of this palette, and it's not too warm, but it's not too cool. I don't really love something too cool either. I really like something in the middle that doesn't stray too far. Now, Chantecaille came out with two palettes. One of them had some blue in it and some darker colors in it, and I felt that, one, blue's not that great on me. Two, I have several blue palettes, and I think that's all I really need. This one spoke to me because this, I thought, this could be an everyday palette so easily. I'm just trying not to flash the camera. So let's do some comparison swatches. First of all, this is the kind of color I love all over the lid. It is similar to my skin tone, and I find that if I've gone too hard with something else, I can go in with a shade like this. So I love that that is in the palette. This one is kind of a taupey color. Fantastic. Taupey is great for every day, and it could be the one and done in this palette. Now this one looks like a matte, and this one, the taupey color, looks like it might be, it has a sheen to it, so maybe a satin. Then we have gray, and then we have brown. And there we go. The brown is the special shade, and the gray, again, I think it could be a satin. Oh, these are swatching beautifully. So this is the color Story, and this is the Giraffe. See the sheen going on here, going on here? This one is closer to a matte. In this pan though, the brown one looks like it has little bits of shimmer in it. This could be it for me. Now the gray swatched darker than I thought it might, which is fine because I can mix it with this one if I need to. Professional makeup artists who work on TV shows or on movies, oftentimes are using gray to give their actresses a little bit of a crease, because even though it feels like everybody has perfect eyes but us, especially if you spend time on Instagram or on YouTube, most women are actually hooded. It's an incredibly common attribute. I was about to say affliction, but no, it is an attribute. And it's oftentimes used, although this is kind of a dark gray. Again, we can work with that. So let's put this on and see what's going on. I do feel that you can get a day look and a night look out of this. But I am going to go in with this Sonia G. It's from the Sky set. Put that all over the lids. On my skin today, I am wearing the Chantecaille Cushion Foundation in Vanilla. It's looking a little warm today, but to be honest with you, I probably should have changed it over to the refill, because I've had it since it's come out, and I'm sure it's gotten a little bit, old. But I will say, it looks like nothing on the skin. It's beautiful, beautiful. And I'm just doing this beige shade all over. And I have not primed my lids. I think this beige shade might be a little too dark for someone who's quite fair, but it will work fine. Medium light to medium, I think, because it has a little bit of, it's not brightening up everything, as you can see. I'm going to go in with this Westman Atelier brush, and the brushes I use are linked below. I like this because it fits right on my lid, and I think that this shade should be on my lid. Look how pretty that is. Very subtle over the first shade I put on. If that shade was more light in tone, you'd probably be able to see this a little more. But it's subtle and it's beautiful, and I think this would be that one and done shade for me. It's beginning to get hot, so I'm just going to take a break and turn on the fan. All right. You know what I think? Whenever I wear something white, the camera kind of reads things differently because my skin is looking in my monitor far more warm than it is in real life. I'm just saying. I'm going to go in with this gray shade, but I do feel it is a little too dark for me. So initially I'm going to mix it with this kind of vanilla shade, a dark vanilla. There's a warmth to this shade. And we're going to, little tutorial, right? Head's going back. Instead of the brush going this way, it's going this way. And I'm just feeling I'm barely touching. Hello. The idea is to feel the orbital bone. And I'm hardly touching. So these are pigmented, which I could kind of tell from how creamy that swatch was. Now I am kind of crepey, so I kind of want to put this down and get this mirror and just stretch out my eye a little bit. I've been using an eyebrow, growth enhancer thing, and they're growing, just not in my eyebrow. They're all over my lid. Hello. Holy tamale. I like this gray because it's not too cool. Again, some grays are almost icy. They're practically blue, but this one is not too cool. It's not too warm. And now I'm just taking a soft brush. This is a squirrel, and blending it so it looks kind of soft. I do like this. I do like these colors. They're just ideal. They fall in the middle. I think whether you are a cool undertone or a warm undertone, you're going to find that it works for you. There's something special about it. So let's do a little bit more and go in with this brown shade. And this is my Kitco brush. And because there's a little bit of shimmer in here, you could do a flat brush. Look at that. Hello. Ooh. So this is a bronzy shade. I should have tapped this off. I'm getting a little fallout. Look at that. That could be the one and done. Hello, this just totally changed everything. Wow, look at that color. It's just reading so different than it read here. I'm getting a bronze effect with this, with a beautiful shimmer. I'm just going to blend out where the little wrinkles are. Wow. Huh. Now I do feel that I've gotten something a little bit more smoky, even though I didn't pull it out that much. I didn't pull it out past the gray. But this is one of those unusual palettes, I feel. Even though there's only 4 colors, you can get a couple of looks out of this. Look at that. Hello. Yeah, I'm in love. Definitely more of an evening look, and I feel like another way to go ahead and get an evening look with this is to do the gray the same way I did this brown. You know what I mean? Where it's just going on the lid. Now that first taupey shade I put on, which you couldn't really see because I put on that kind of dark vanilla shade first, now that I think would be an inner corner delight. So let's pick it up and see. It's not that light, to tell you the truth, but you know, we'll see. I'm in love. I had a feeling this was going to be a palette that I could enjoy. I feel pretty, I can't sing it. So I'm going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury in gray, and I'm going to, I just love this. I can't contain my delight. I want to blend a little bit more this gray because of the shape of my eye. It can look like a line, not when the eye is open, but when the eye, you know, when it's closed like this, it can look a little weird. So I'm just taking this MAC brush. I don't know if they make this anymore. I've had it for 100 years. And this is a 286. All right, so there's my blend. I think I could do this during the day, but it's leaning more evening. I also realized that I used the gray with that vanilla color, and you probably want to see what does this gray look like by itself. So I'm just gonna clean off this brush a little bit, and we're going to go in and probably gonna get quite the little evening look out of this. We could certainly just do it by the lash line with a smaller brush. And I'm using a really light hand because I probably should have gone in with this smaller brush. And you know what? I'm going back in with this small one that I did the inner corner with. I'm just going to pick this up on the tip and kind of line with this. Get it close to the lash line. Even smokier. So kind of evening, but I can get away during the day with it. And yeah, this is evening. I cannot get away with day for this. It's just pigmented. You really have to be careful. Use a light hand with this. I'm going to stop, put on my mascara, do my brows, figure out a lip, and we're going to talk. You guys, this is my final look. Brows, mascara, everything will be listed below. The lips, oh, I used one of the new Chanel lips, and yeah, everything down below. But what do I think? Formula-wise, I think the formula is lovely. I was so surprised how creamy these two swatched. These two are lovely as well. I don't find them to be dry or flaky, but it doesn't have one of those, I don't know what you would call, like a high shimmer shade in it like this one does. Where to go? Or like the Hummingbird, actually. I think the Hummingbird is the better example, and I didn't pull that out. But like, I guess this kind of shade or this kind of shade, they're a little bit kind of like the Rowan shades, if you're familiar with Rowan. This one doesn't have that, but it does have a reflective quality, as you can see here and here. I feel that I was able to get a daytime look, super easy. I felt that I was, you know, getting that, could be evening, could be daytime, also very easy. And this for me is a daytime that isn't gaudy, that isn't daytime for club, I mean nighttime for club, but it's nighttime for going out to a nice restaurant, or going out to a play, or something where you are acknowledging with your makeup it is evening, but it's not, you know, what can I say? I'm just going to leave it at that. I just feel it is so wonderful. The tones are not too cool, and they're not too warm. So it can suit someone with a pink undertone and a yellow undertone. I also think that because this is so much darker than I thought it would be, and this is different than I thought it would be as well once applied, that skin tone wise, except for the very, very fairest, this might not be something a very fair person could do for a daytime look. but I think it hits a very good range of depth of tone with what they did here. I cannot tell you, I cannot express how much I like this, how much it's totally hitting the spot. I mentioned this in my community page, and my community page, by the way, if you don't know how to get there, you go to my main page and you'll see these tabs, videos, playlists, community. Go there, and that's where I list things like sales that I found or that I've learned about, or releases that I found out are here, have dropped. This one I posted the other day, it's here, and I really have high hopes for it, and my hopes have been fulfilled. This is now going to be right here, because I feel that it just gets every level. I think it's easy to work with. It's great on older lids, on crepey lids, on hooded lids. I mean, I got nothing bad to say. Day, night, or in between. Colorway works well. Depth of tone works well for many people. And thumbs, very high up. And that's it, you guys. That's going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really hope it was helpful, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good